Before we go to bed tonight, we have to remember to change our clocks, right? Or we'll be an hour late for church. Most people I know really don't like this whole daylight saving thing. In fact, YouGov poll, I think it was last year, 62% of Americans want to eliminate changing our clocks twice a year. But here's the thing, if they had a preference, a majority picked keeping the longer daylight hours, but they want to have it both ways. They don't want to wake up in the dark. So what would your legislation do?
Well, what this legislation would do would make daylight savings time year-round. And look, people prefer it, yes, but there are other benefits as well. As a healthcare professional, again, you have to look at the benefits to people's health. I mean, it decreases accidents, it decreases heart attacks, it decreases depression, it increases physical activity, which addresses obesity in our country. And then you need to look at it economically as well. People are more productive. Our economy has a bump of 2 to 4% whenever we go to daylight savings time. So speaking from a health perspective, from an economy perspective, as well as from just the consistency, people don't want to have to change their clocks.
So the Senate passed bipartisan Sunshine Act a few years ago. It died in the House. Any chance that that could be revived? Or what do you think your legislation, the odds of passing this term could be?
Well, I think that we've got a good opportunity here and a good chance of passing that legislation. And because I think, again, the public is demanding it. And if there's one thing we need to do a better job of in Congress, and that is following public's opinion on bills like these, where we tend to ignore what people think. I mean, we talk a lot about how we can increase how we can decrease obesity in this country. This is one of the ways that we can do it in an indirect way, and certainly this is a good way.
So the Uniform Time Act of 1966, wrongly named, because there's anything uniform about it, but it allows states to choose whether they want to participate in daylight saving time or not, and two don't right now, Hawaii and Arizona. Most of our territories like Puerto Rico and the Virgin Islands, they don't either. Europe, they're kind of all over the place. So how do we get everything to be actually uniform and on the same page?
Well, that's why it needs to be done at a federal level. We need to make sure that we pass it at a federal level. And this is another example of where, look, I believe in state sovereignty. I served in the state legislature for 10 years. I have a healthy respect for that. But at the same time, this is one of those rare incidences, I would say, where I think federal legislation would be more beneficial to everyone concerned.